Hi there, my name is Stephen Bacon, and you Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So the title of this video, unless I change it, let's have a better idea, between making the video and making the thumbnail, which often happens, but the title right now is Why I Sometimes Doubt the Sincerity of Fanatical Fans of the Current Era. So, and it's a very accurate title, because I sometimes doubt it, and actually I mostly doubt the sincerity. But sometimes I don't. So here's why I don't. I'm opening up with why I'm wrong. Okay, why I'm opening up with the argument that just proves where I am. But because I like to be honest. Yeah, I think being honest is normally a good thing, and you probably end up in a good place by being it. So this morning, we got the Terror of the Zygons watch along on Saturday night, which I'm really looking forward to. I love Terror of the Zygons, and it's only 4 episodes. Noel tortured me with 7 episodes of Inferno last week. It was rough going. But and I love Inferno. It's a great story. So I'm like, So I make the thumbnail up so we can promote it. So I just googled Terror of the Zygons, see if there's anything made up already that I could use. I'll credit the artist obviously. And I found some incredible artwork. It's incredible, which I want to share with you. It's really it's Photoshop stuff, but it's really really nice work. Let me just show you. So this is by a chap by the name of on Twitter, Marshall Tankersley, Tankersley, and his Twitter is at Soundsmith, SOUNDSMYTH Soundsmith prod. Absolutely fantastic. Look at this War Doctor Pete. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And listen, I'm throwing his work up because I just like it. If during this video anything happens that makes you angry at this man, which I hope it doesn't, it shouldn't do. It's more of a curiosity. Please don't contact him. Please don't be mean to him. Please don't do anything bad. But his work is just fantastic. I really do. So I started looking through his portfolio. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at this stuff. It's gorgeous. There's this one. That's a fantastic War Doctor one. I love the time controller Dalek behind it. Really nice. And then there's this one which is Evil of the Daleks. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous work. You can see like the Troughton opening just echoed over it. It's just a lovely piece of work, which I think belies a real love and understanding of the story. So that's how I kept going through his work. It's just lovely. So this is the Doctor's wife, another really gorgeous poster. This guy's work is just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And there's another one. This will be Wheel in Space. Look at this, isn't it great? This is This is Moonbase. No, this is Moonbase. Moonbase, not Wheel in Space. Yeah, because you can tell because it's got the little the virus thing that's growing out of them. So I was like, I had in mind the video. Oh, this last one, which is War Doctor one. It's like a large paramount one. So I was saying to myself, because I had in my mind too that I'm doing this video. So I said this guy cannot in any way be on board for the current series. So I went back through his Twitter timeline and started looking, and boy was I wrong. Look at it. So he's done this incredible artwork, just incredible artwork for the current era, which kind of completely blows my argument out of the water. It's like absolutely beautiful stuff. I mean, I thought maybe he'll give up by the time. No, he's still there by the time. And I think this is some of the best design I've seen for. Oh, here's another one for Jodie. I just think it's far better than she deserves. So So this also belies a genuine understanding and love. I think a genuine love of the current era. So here's the last one. Just excellent work. So again, that kind of blows away by the argument I'm about to make. So so that's why this video is called Sometimes I Don't. Sometimes I'm showing things where I just can't imagine that guy is not just loves Doctor Who at his core and understands the core, and he also loved the current era, which I don't understand. I don't understand. I would love him to come on my channel and talk about it. Maybe I'll get in contact with him and invite him on. I would really love it. I can't wrap my head around it. But okay, fine. But before we get in the video, I'm nearly 5 minutes in. Before we get in the video, can you hit the subscribe button? And my subs are crawling, just crawling right now. Okay, I'm like, what, 80 away from hitting 1,000 subs, and it's just crawling. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. I give stuff away on the channel. Go look in the video notes. There is an audio story that you can download. This is one of the Big Finish. They produced Sapphire and Steel, the first story. I saw that they're not selling them anymore, so I assume the license has expired. So I don't think you can legally get them anywhere. So I thought, I'll throw it up, and if I get in trouble, I'll take it down. But I don't think. I mean, who again? I don't know who would really be bothered. I don't even know if it's an ethical problem. But I'll also my other video today. If you don't know what Saffron Steel is, I'll be doing a video explaining what it is. Great series. Freaking great series. And I give stuff away every week on the channel. Now, the thing I'm giving away this week is actually going to be given away next week. I normally give away on Sundays. This is going to be given away in 2 weeks because this is a big prize. This is a good one. This is called the Ultimate Matrix DVD box set. This has the Matrix, obviously, the Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolution. I kind of like those sequels. Then it's got the Animatrix, this incredible a bunch of like animated shorts set in the Matrix world. Then the Matrix Experience, a little booklet telling you everything you want to know about Matrix, fantastic making of. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, subscribe, and then leave the hashtag There Is No Spoon. There is no spoon, and it's in the video notes when. You just copy and paste it. It's much easier than trying to work out what the hell I'm saying. Okay, so why do I, generally speaking, doubt the sincerity of fanatical fans of this era? Fanatical fans of this era. Because I had a very common experience yesterday. An experience that I had over and over again. Bottom line is, whenever I try and engage with online fans, they can't. Firstly, they won't talk. They will not talk. I would love one to come on the channel and have a conversation. So we had this thing go on the other day there. A friend of mine, this woman, very nice woman, just suddenly closed down her Twitter and vanished. And apparently it was because there was this little troll who was like niggling at her or something, and so people were kind of mad at him. I don't really get involved in it. I don't really get involved in Twitter space. I think it's very sad this person left Twitter, but what can you? They're grown up. It's their choice. I hope actually at some point they come back. So so this kind of started a bit of a Twitter war, but I stayed out of it. So I went to sleep. I woke up the next day. I saw this guy was just like going on, having a big row with a bunch of people. So and he was trolling. He was totally trolling, 100% trolling. So my initial reaction is to gotta attack. When you feel like attacking, you got that fight or flight response. Someone's gonna fly for bloody Twitter. What's wrong with you? Yeah. What are you gonna do, G? Send you a pixel? So you fight. That's your natural responses to attack when you feel like you attack. But I took a step back and I looked at this kid. I mean, and he was a kid. I think. To me, he looked like between 14, 15, 16. He looked very, very young, and and I just felt kind of bad for him. That was really my bottom line. I felt kind of bad for him. He's grown up in a world where normative masculinity he's been told over and over again, relentlessly, is wrong, and any expression of normative masculinity is toxic in his mind, I think. And so I think it's made him a bit crazy. I think it twisted him. So I felt bad for him. I felt genuinely bad for him. And I kept saying, listen, come on my channel. We'll have a conversation. I want to come on the channel because you gotta save your content for your social media platform of choice. That's where I wanted to do, because I think it'll be fascinating viewing, having a real conversation. So what I think was going on, and this kid was just terrified. He was terrified. He crapped himself. I felt really bad for him, and he kept coming up with different reasons why he couldn't possibly do it. Oh, I don't trust you. I can't until you answer my simple question. So his questions were valid, but only valid if you accept the premises they're based on, which I was trying to explain to him. So actually, what I was doing was this. I really wanted him to come and talk, because talking is the only way. When you engage with the other person and see they're not a monster, when they're being reasonable, when they're being nice, when they're being friendly. It's not like Twitter where there's no there's no face and you just go attack. You can actually have a real substantive conversation. So this guy, his worldview is very, very wrapped up in I call it corrupted thoughts. So a lot of time you have these corrupted thoughts that you base your whole conception of reality on it, and you don't even analyze those corrupted thoughts. So he's got some corrupted thoughts that, if anybody criticizes a woman, and I'm speaking for him, I don't know because he won't come on the channel, but I believe he's got a corrupted thought. They say if anybody criticizes a woman or somebody who he feels is a malign group like a Muslim, that's actually the example that we had. They can only do so because they hate them and they're racist. They can't view these people as people and evaluate them individually. His one of his big things was, why did I not think that Nerderotic, fellow YouTubers, Nerderotic and Bolstrek were racist? The answer is I've never seen them do anything, or say anything racist. I don't believe they harbor racist opinions. So his big evidence, his big proof was that at one point in the Demons of Punjab, I think Bolstrek said that Islam is incompatible with the West. So I said, well, what do you think he means by it? I'm trying to get this kid to think, right? If he can think and he can start examining his premises, then we can bring him out of his shell. Because again, I really wanted to smash the kid. Everybody wants to smash him because that's what you want to do. But the better thing to do than smash him is fix him. Make him better. Because this kid is miserable. This kid is so miserable. Anybody who trolls like this, anybody who this is his pleasure in life, is just miserable. I don't think he has any friends. Because I think he's just mixed up and confused, But whenever you have somebody behaving badly, which is most of these SJWs, social justice warriors, it's because they're scared and they don't know what to do and they don't have the life skills to not behave badly. That's really it. I mean that's a lot of it. Another part of it is the abdication of any form of religion. Now, if you're an atheist, that's fine, that's groovy, but the belief in a higher power of any religion, I'm not saying any, but even a 12-step program, like any belief in any form of higher power comes with it a lot of advantages. Like you see virtues in peace, you see virtues in forgiveness, you see virtues in turning the other cheek, or you see virtues in things that logically are self-destructive. You see, but if you don't have that, which I think a lot of these people from this mindset don't have, everything becomes intolerable, and there's no way of being if you don't have this moral framework that you live in. And again, I'm not saying any specific religion. A 12-step program, if you're in a 12-step program, they're fantastic. I think they're one of the greatest mass tools for personal growth, and anything like a life coach, really anything, but having a moral framework that is somewhat counterintuitive is really good for you. It's really, and it is so clear. It's so clear this is what they're lacking. So he's got all this like self-doubt and self-loathing. I mean, I don't think he even understands. I think he's probably a virgin, and he's probably heterosexual virgin. But he feels bad. He wants to be trans. I think, he thinks there's something wrong with him. He's just so messed up by the current society. So I was trying to get him to come on. The show and talk. But he every time he got close, he has this defense mechanism that kicked in because he can't question his the premises of his worldview. Because if he does, his whole world is going to fall apart. His whole world is really just going to go. So he's very. So anyway, so say why he said he wouldn't come and talk to me unless I explain why I don't think Bolstrek and Nerdrotic are sexist, are racist. Maybe sexist as well. I don't know. So I said, yes, I've never seen anything that I would consider racist. So he brought this thing where Bowles said he thinks Islam is incompatible with us, and it was out of context, right? So I don't know the context of it, but they do that a lot. They take things out of context and go, yes, I'm right, because that's what they want more than anything else, to be right. Because it's so sad, because they don't. Anyway, so I said, so what do you think he meant by that? So that took about. I don't really want to have this conversation rather than do it on Twitter. So I said, what do you think he meant by that? He said, well, what do you think he meant by that? He got anybody's face. He just and he started to freak out. So I made him think. Okay, so what is the reason somebody could think that? Well, yeah, what do you think he meant by that? So I said, so I can see three interpretations. He could be saying that Islamic people are incompatible with the West. Islam as a religion is incompatible with the West, or certain practices or common in Islamic states are incompatible with the West. Those practices being socially acceptable in Islamic states, where they are not so acceptable in Western states. So you have three case scenarios. The first two, if he meant that, I think that's kind of racist. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he meant the first two because it's kind of crazy, to say Islam is incompatible with, and you mean Islamic people, Muslim people. Again, I'm Jewish, right? I live in Israel, surrounded by a lot of Islamic people. They want to kill me because I'm Jewish. Like, want to kill me, want to kill my kids, want to kill my wife, want to kill everybody I know, just because I'm Jewish, right? That's it. That's it. And that's a common trait in the Middle East. I know it's very uncomfortable for people of that worldview to accept that, but it is. The Islamic worldview is very different. There's no pluralism. It's not. Yeah, at best, it's kind of like embarrassing to be not Muslim. It's like kind of farting in public. It's kind of, at worst, it's like totally unacceptable. It's certainly unacceptable, I think, to be gay in any Islamic. But they don't focus on that. They don't, because they figure if any criticism of saying bullshit is racist, and they can't be racist. But I was trying to say there are certain practices of the Islamic. I think that's a valid interpretation of what I was saying. I believe that's actually what he actually genuinely meant. I think those practices, probably when he said it was 2017, 2018, was when we were getting lots and lots and lots of mass attacks in the West by people saying they're motivated by Islamic jihad. Islamic. So I don't know. I don't think they're lying. I think they're telling the truth. But equally, it's obviously they weren't talking about Islamic people or Islam because why? There's millions and millions and millions and millions of Muslims who live in the West who are very peaceful, good, nice people. So that's really this is the thing they really all can't understand. Nuances they really can't understand either. Is that I think most people believe that everybody, all humans are intrinsically kind of the same. I think all humans are basically good, want to be good. I think there's a drive to be, even though they're not. They're actually I think there's a basic drive to be good. I think most people love their children. I do think different areas of the world have different cultural differences. Again, it's not okay to be gay in Jordan. I think, is it illegal in Jordan? I really don't know. In Syria, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to be a woman and not wear a hijab. In any Islamic country, it's not okay. That's significant differences. It's a significant difference with the West, and so it's a very, very. But okay, so this kid, poor kid, I really feel bad for him again. I was getting close, but then his defense mechanism set in because people would rather be. This is really the take home. People would really rather be miserable, and he was clearly miserable. Actually made a little video and said, "Listen, just come and talk. I want to show how honest and open I was being." Nah, wouldn't do. People would rather exist in their misery than grow and change. That's really the bottom line. It would really rather exist in their misery and grow and change. Anyway, so listen, I got to a point where I said, listen, I'm going to go now, but please be in contact if you want to come on the channel. My door is open. I kept saying, look, you want to come talk? I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good for him. I think it'd be good for me because it'd be good content, but I think it'd be really good. The reason I think it'd be good content, to have an honest, real discussion with someone and maybe see some subsequent movement. Because I don't think he believes the premises that he believes that he lives his life on. I'll give you an example, right? I'll give you an example of a corrupted thought and how it cripples you. I'm a freelancer. I do graphic design, web design. I draw comics. That's what I like doing. I like writing and drawing comics. But I do graphic design and website, which is a freelance thing. So when I started doing that, it was tough because I found it really hard to go and look for business. I found it. Asking people if they needed work, if they had any work going, I found I had this corrupted thought that if you ask somebody for help, you ask somebody for work, that is shameful, right? That's shameful. That's no, you can't. And I just I spoke it out. I just spoke, and you have to speak up these parts. You have to ask yourself, the part of me, this is a really great tool. If you got some resistance, you know what's coming to. So the part of me that doesn't want to do this, why not? And just don't think the first thing comes out is the truth. Freaking incredible. Works every time. So I came out like I found it shameful. I found it embarrassing to ask people. And I said, well, that's crazy. Everybody, this is how it works. Everybody does it. There's nothing changed. You're a competent professional. Why would you? But it was a corrupted thought. That was a corrupted thought that was crippling me. Right. And I've had a lot. You have a lot of them. Human beings have them. So they got a lot of corrupted thoughts. But really, I think the main thing that really happened that scrambled their brains completely is I saw from your boy Zach video. I can't disagree with him. Was the 2016 elections, the Brexit and the Trump. They just scrambled their brains to such an extent, and they didn't have the coping mechanisms to deal with hardship because they don't have a wider moral structure. They don't understand forgiveness. They don't understand. They just don't know. It's not on their head. So it's fascinating. So. This is why I mostly doubt the sincerity, because so few of them, none of them to date will have a conversation. Will have a conversation, and they all insist. They all keep going back. They all have to believe the reason that we don't like the current era is because we don't like people who have vaginas, or we don't want to see them, elevated to a position of authority or power. Or we don't like people with dark skin, or we don't like people who come from that part of the world, which is nonsense. It's all crap. I've never met anybody who thinks that way, and I don't think this guy has either. But I think he's got the corrupted thought that there is a racist insurgency throughout the world that's taken over the world, and he must fight it. He must stand against it. So he needs to feel moral and virtuous. That's the other thing. If you don't do anything moral and virtuous, if you're like a loser, you don't do anything good, which that wider moral framework will give you. You feel like a loser, so you've got to feel virtuous in some way. So that's how he does it. And it's such a con as well, because you feel virtuous without actually having to do anything. You can just feel outrage. Outrage makes you feel virtuous. So yeah, I just feel that this current era of Doctor Who does attract those type of people. So listen, I'm putting this on all the more open Doctor Who Facebook groups and things like that. I'm going to share it there. Please don't be offended. Look, if you disagree, get in touch. Get in touch. Get in touch in the comments, or get in touch with my email address, my contact information is all in the video notes. Get in touch if you want to talk. That's really what I want to do. I want to talk. I should get in touch with that artist because he clearly loves Doctor Who and he loves the era. So that'd be a great. And he's a fantastic talent. So maybe he'll come on and talk. That'd be great. So anyway, just to wrap up the story, the kid ended up freaking out. He avoided the question. Other people started asking things, and then the Bowles Trick started replying to him the same way that he was attacking Bowles Trick, and the kid crumbled. The kid crumbled. He ended up blocking everyone on Twitter because that's the thing they can't deal with most. They can't deal with what I was trying to do, have a reasonable conversation. And I was really genuinely trying to help. I don't think they can deal with kindness. They can't deal with so much. They can't. If they weren't so annoying, it'll be easier to pity them. But they're just all so annoying. My name is Sheila Beckett, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop, and have yourself a fantastic day.